Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you today. I made a video a couple years ago about the 511 range bag. It was a great bag in the interim, but I wound up just starting to bring a ton of stuff to the range. And I had my range bag, and then I had the chronograph, and then I had other things, and it was just too many small things separated. I decided to go with a larger case. I think 2024 is the year of the range box versus a range bag. So this is a Pelican IM Storm 2975. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace. There are a ton of these Pelican cases on Facebook Marketplace. I got it for 125 bucks. It retails brand new for 400, so got a pretty good deal. It's dirty, but that's okay. I'm out at the range, dragging it all around. I did have to change the wheels when I went to the Patriot games over in Miami. We were wheeling it along like a gravel path, and the wheels just disintegrated, so I put new wheels on there. Got a bunch of things on the inside to organize it. What I didn't like about the 511 range bag was it was a big bag, but it had so many pockets that it actually made it a small bag, and I just fell out of favor with that. So the dimensions of this box are about, I think it's like 28 or 26 across. It's like 16 or 18 deep, and then 14 high. I did get the Pelican lid organizer, and it just makes a bunch of little pockets. I've got my shot timer, some chamber flags, some scissors, some ear protection, some extra batteries, oil, gloves, glasses, some pens. I've got some targets and paper back here, but really good organization. And it's not, yeah, these are small pockets, but they're for small things. You can see through it. It's just a mesh, and you'll know if you forget anything. But the meat and potatoes is the actual case itself. This is version 1. I am going to make a version 2. I don't like the layout ultimately, and you'll see it in a second, but I made some cuts for some wood, and I really used a circular saw versus anything with any precision. I guess that's the theme of the channel. It's not very precise or accurate, but I brought my plate carrier, my belt, and this bino harness just to show you how much space, how many things can fit in here. I'm not necessarily training with them today, but we'll bring the camera up close. I'll show you how I have it laid out and the changes that I'm going to make. On to the meat and potatoes of this case, and it's getting a little windy. I'm trying out my DJI mic, so this is probably the windiest that I've had this mic out, so hopefully the sound is coming out okay. But you can obviously see it's got two compartments. It's got a main kind of dump compartment over here, and then over here a little bit more organized. This is a insert from Condition 1 cases. It fit perfectly this way, a little bit of space on the sides, which enabled me to put some string underneath here and make it so that it can lift out like so. But you can hold 5 pistols and 23 magazines, 3, 6, 9, 12, or 20 magazines, sorry. 20 magazines, so 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 8 across the back, and 5 pistols. So I have a bunch of extra things in here, but that's the general gist of this side. And what I don't like overall is this little shelf. Initially I bought it, or I made it like this to have the tripod up here for my chronograph, but it wound up fitting underneath. But another reason why I want to bring this shelf in for version number 2 is because when I do lift this up, because the weight is so far this way, it tends to tilt. So I want to get it where it's more secure, the weight is even, and I could have done that by building or making this handles this way, but it turns out I just don't need this that wide. Under here I have another compartment where I can keep the chronograph. What was happening was I would bring like my range bag and then the chronograph and then the tripod, like everything was separate, and now I can just leave it in here and not have to worry about forgetting it. I found these Core Flex pouches on Amazon, and it came in a 6-pack, and I just haven't found anything to put in the other 4. So, but they're really good. They're a good size. I can do a heavy duty stapler in one, and then I put some tools in another. One thing that I do want to get in this box is an IFAC. This is my truck IFAC. So whenever I go to the range, I always have my truck with me, but I'd like to make another one to keep in the main compartment now that I have a lot of space. Another thing that you just kind of put it in there and forget that you have it until you need it. Under here, this is loose. This piece is loose, and I don't like it. It takes up a little bit of the interior volume. So I think what I'm going to do is wind up getting a piece of something. I don't know if it's going to be wood or like a plastic material. Get it all nice and level and super glue a couple of pieces on the sides to have that shelf rest on the top, but not take up some of the volume, because getting the tripod in and out is a little annoying. Not the end of the world, but definitely could be a little bit better. And like I said, I want to move this in to make a little bit more space over here. So like I said, I brought some extra stuff to the range today. I'm not using this stuff, but it is a big compartment. My plate carrier is underneath here, and I've got my belt. This is one of those pouches where I have some tape and a heavy-duty stapler and some extra staples. That just keeps it organized. When I had my other bag, like, this stuff was loose in the bag, and it was really, really irritating. In here, I have just some tools, multi-tool, some Allen keys, mini screwdriver, stuff like that. And then I have some 9-volt batteries, because I would always leave the chronograph on, or the shot timer would be dead, what have you. So I just needed some 9-volt batteries in here, and perfect little pouch. So that's my belt. And just creating a little bit more space over here will be optimal for just storing stuff in the future. When I do get a little bit more, like I said, I want to get an IFAC specifically for my range bag in here. But other than that, this is how I have it all organized, and I'm really a fan of it. I'm a fan of the box. I'm just not a fan of the overall layout of it. And it can be better, and it will be better, but we're just gonna have to take some time to make it better. And it just goes together nice and easily. Everything has a spot, a tourniquet, some extra magazines. Those just fit by accident there, and pretty happy overall with the box. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely a fan of the box versus the bag. It has handles on either side. It makes loading it up pretty easily. There is a handle that will come out so it wheels well. Like I mentioned, I replaced the wheels. And just a fan overall. It keeps a lot of my stuff consolidated in here, so I don't have 10 smaller bags. I've got one big box. So 2024 is the year of the range box versus the bag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video.